Alright, what's going on, guys? Gonna be going over a dungeon I did last night, and this dungeon, I'm gonna go over everything that went wrong and everything that went right, and also kind of like show the effects of someone being tilted for no reason, what it does. And you guys can in the comments if what this person rages about is justifiable or not. But we'll go ahead and break down everything that I see I did wrong, and hopefully you guys can learn from it and yeah, carry on. With bolstering here. So for this first pull, I want to get these skitterflies and then also one of the little flower boys. One, because I don't want those skitterflies to be super bolstered, and two, because bolstering is scary. And the last time I did this dungeon and I did like a bigger pull, it just went downhill from there. You see here, I just try to get him inside the DK's little blood circle and then just chill out as much as I can until I do need to either kite or just dodge something. So one mistake that did happen is Tenko. He got hit by a seed. He did move. I guess he was probably sitting there casting and wanted to try to get a cast off before the thing exploded, but he was a little too late. Also, the person that got super tilted and I feel like kind of ruined this dungeon experience that we could have timed was Frostafarian, but we'll see here. Here, I'm waiting for the Scutterflies to get a little bit closer so I don't pull the other pack over there because one, I don't really, I don't trust pugs and I'd rather be safe than sorry. Here, the Storming kind of trolled me, and I trolled myself. I got hit by like 300 tornadoes and then got smacked by the stun. Now, I do like doing smaller pulls, especially on this week. It's bolstering, it's fortified. If you keep doing big pulls, chain pulling, it could end up being a bad day. So I always like, fuck it, it's a pug. I'm playing safe. I don't know how these guys are with kicks. I don't know how these guys are with anything. So I'm just gonna play safe, and I always do smaller pools. I'd rather play safe and get a +1 in or barely make the +2, and then play crazy, cause 50 million wipes, cause tilt that will then ruin the day for everyone. And here I want everyone to stack and go left, so you can just easily more group the ads up from the boss, and you can just clear them down. I was a mistake when I clicked on the portal, and you see here the DK starts being a little toxic. Um, he said, "Oh, no breath for 130 is going to be fun. Great pools." One, because I'm pulling safe rather than pulling the entire fucking room. Now this boss, you stack, go left, you kill the little tracings comes up so you can clear your buff. You just pop a lot of AoEs defensive there if you want. On tyrannical weeks, you really need the defensive, and then the shocking disclosure potion, so you can just like kill the ads faster. Also, a cool thing you can do too, as the Brewmaster, is place your little bull statue, help gather up all the ads. You can also bring a piece and have your group run inside the ring of peace, so it's easier to group up all the ads and have your DPS and your healer take less damage because they'll just keep running into the ring of peace. And then the DK goes LOL because he did less damage than me, and he's tilted for no reason. No, the Warlock asked if I want to do, or if we're gonna do wind or fire. You can do either or, whatever you're more comfortable with. I personally like doing the wind because you get the little buff in there, and the buff makes you do extra damage. There's just more stuff you have to dodge and avoid, so it's a little bit harder for pugs. So a lot of people at the time will like doing fire instead, but I personally like doing wind. Also, the DK died by walking into a tornado and not dodging it. So that's another thing that's going to add to his tilt. He's already mad. He's already tilted from the previous dungeon, I'm pretty sure. And it's just, his blood is boiling right now. One thing I did wrong, I ran straight into that tornado. I didn't even try to dodge it. I assumed that, oh, well, there'll be no space. And then I just ran right into it. Nothing really too special about these pulls. Just watch out for Peck. You interrupt, I think it's called Caldo Swarm or something like that. And then just AoE. Throw your defensive out if you need to. If you think you're gonna take a lot of damage, yeah, call the flock. That's what it's called. Um, and then avoid stuff. That's about it. These pulls are very simple because they just come to you. Now you could also have, if you want to, have a range jump off range pull the mobs and bring them to you sooner than whatever they'd give you from just killing it. So that's why you can like save a few seconds, possibly a minute, is by jumping off to the left or right, pulling the extra mobs. I noticed last second that that stupid little eagle was smacking. I think that was the mage, just straight up smacking him. There, I messed up. I got hit by the ghost when I could have just simply walked around it. So there was a lot of damage I could have just like avoided by not walking into it and just paying more attention. But, you know, Brew does have a lot of healing now, especially with the talent changes. And I'll be making a video on like a guide for 10.0.5. If you guys are interested, it's very similar to what we're doing now, but yeah, or what we did before, not now. Very similar. Here, it's very simple. You pop a defensive for Peck. This Peck is honestly kind of easy for Brew, especially after the talent changes. Because what it does overtime damage, and you have so many heals you can just deal with it. You have the shield. It's very good. Also helps if you have a really good healer too, but it's not as scary as it was before. This boss is very simple. You just dodge stuff and use your healing and defensives accordingly. So you just don't stand in red. See, they're almost dying. I started panicking, and you saw that I was smashing all my heals and defensive because I was like, oh no. Also, a cool little change that Blizzard did this week is no matter what, the tank is always going to have the little tornado, and then two others are going to get the little tornado to clear as well. So that helps with trying to avoid, you know, cleave, aiming something at someone, other things like that. So here, what I usually do is I pull these mobs right here. I pull that path in the middle, the ones by the little tree over there, and then the ones over here. I pull all those, not those guys, but the other ones. I pull those all at once. But I did this dungeon not too long ago, and I did my normal pull, but they got bolstered, and they kept one-shotting people, and it caused us to wipe. And I was like, okay, that's not a good idea. So this dungeon, I was like, okay, I learned from my mistakes. I'll break them up in two pools. That pisses the DK off. And you'll see later. I just don't trust. I didn't trust them getting lunged on. I didn't trust them dodging the breath. I didn't trust them interrupting at all. So I'm gonna break it up. I'm gonna be safe because I'd rather live and do damage, and then pull big and die. That's why, like, that's my mindset. And a DPS that's alive does more damage than DPS that is dead. Also, in a key, you don't waste time running back, and that's the biggest time waster because obviously you die and you waste time dying, and you also waste time running back. So it's not a good day. So I'd rather just break it off, do small pulls, be safe. You see the DK, bro. He's getting tilted, or he was tilted already, and he's just getting even more tilted because I'm doing safe pulls. And yeah, it's just a bad day. Those lunges, if they get bolstered, they can end up one shotting people, doing a lot of damage. Because you'll get like five of like I've seen it. I don't know why it happened last dungeon. It was also an 18 that I did, but Now here, oh, witchcraft. Um, Same thing you just wanted to do, interrupts, and I'm only doing this one because one, I literally don't trust. I don't trust pugs. You can never expect anything from a pug group, no matter how far into the run you are, or anything. You can never, ever trust them because as soon as you trust, they're gonna disappoint you. So here, I want to pick up that guy. I want to pick up them over there, and then once I get them grouped up, I was gonna pull those two, but the DK already pulled them, so it's okay. And again, I'm very cautious because I don't want to bolster this big ass dragon and have him lunge on someone, kill him, breath on them, or anything because I don't trust pugs. And they're all bolstered and fortified. It does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage. Also, tornadoes you have to dodge. I get hit 20 million times right there. You see? There's a breath. I got smacked by. If he was bolstered, it would have been a bad day. The DK's mad because he's doing 50k DPS. He's doing less than me, so he's tilted. Look at that big ass dragon just in there breathing. One thing I didn't know is it seems like every DK I play with is always tilted about something. They're always mad, and it's never a good time. So, I didn't get this isn't my group, so I didn't invite him because I just avoid DKs honestly, low key. Every DK I've played with talked to. Look, I pull this group one by one because obviously bolstered, and I don't trust their interrupts, and I don't want the fucking little textbook thing to go off or lecture. You see this guy spamming and full caps, please pull something, as if like I'm not already pulling anything. We're still on good timing. Like we're gonna time this no problem. We have 13 minutes. If like this is easy time if we just kept up the pace and played good and didn't type and wasn't tilted. And then I go to pull these guys over here, and then I didn't see that they DK already pulled this. Where we're gonna have to worry about monster selection. We're gonna have to worry about Mystic Blast, two of them each. So it's gonna become a bad time. But the DK can breath and do 5 million damage on a pool, just because there's 150 million mobs. You're gonna see he gets smacked by a tornado and die here soon. Oh, happened here. Okay. He's gonna get smacked by a tornado and he's gonna die because he can't, dodge tornadoes like I can't dodge them. But monster selector, they were about to go out and a Mystic Blast, I think. So I ring a piece, try to avoid it. That one goes off. Nobody's interrupting it. I don't have an interrupt. Boom, Frostafarian died. Guess what? It goes downhill. All because he wanted to see his DPS damage meter go through the roof instead of playing it safe on a fortified bolstering weak. Boom, I die. Everyone else dies. And it just goes downhill because you want to tilt and you want to do damage. He would have done more damage if he was alive and killing stuff. Alright, then I say, here, no, wait. He spits on the ground. It's because he's tilted. The most tilted DK I've ever played with. And now here I'm starting to, once I see the spit on the ground, I start getting a little tilted, so I'm playing annoyed now. And you're going to see that it's going to cause me to play a lot worse than I usually do. Now here you got to watch out for the severing slashes. Those do a lot of damage to you. So you're just gonna want to have heals up. See, I'm panicking. You just want to make sure you have heals up, because if you get Sever Slash 20 million times, you're gonna cry. And here I'm tilted, and so guess what? I'm like, fuck it, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna do one pull at a time. One, because I also kind of wanted to antagonize the DK a little bit more because I started getting tilted. The biggest thing you need to worry about here is that stupid textbook lecture thing. I don't know why I keep calling it textbook. There's no textbook in there. Oh, I mean, I guess it's the mob's name. But yeah, you want to watch out for the lecture because that will kill you. See that damage Severing Slash did a million damage. And then you think you could handle 2 pulls at once? It's like they're bolstered, they do a lot of damage. I've seen 5 million lectures go off. You know, people are getting hit by stuff. I get hit by stuff. They're bolstered, they're fortified. Bro, just play safe and then we live. And we time. Here, I should have not typed because typing gets you tilted. And typing makes you play bad because you focus on typing than playing. Boom, healer dies. Oh, imagine what would have happened if I pulled 2 and the healer died. And then I told him I like, we did, and he goes, "Oh, you mean last minute after I type pull something in capital letters?" Well, if you go back a few minutes or a few seconds, you'll see that it was literally I was pulling as soon as he typed, and then he goes, I said bolster second, he goes, "No, but something sure does," trying to talk about me. He's just so tilted for no reason. I hate DKs. Every DK I play with is always like this. And then see here, I'm trying to collect these orbs because if they're near me, I'm gonna collect them. And I also don't trust anyone else to go collect orbs. And then here, this is where it's about to go ham. I collect this orb, and then I walk over here to collect this one too, and I blast the DK, which is kind of karma for him because he's a fucking asshole. But I should have just stood still and had him do it. And then you see, I get mad and I get smacked by somebody calling him Nate because he goes, "Again, you're so good." And I told him, I was, "Oh man, I was going for the orb, you ape." And I'm typing right now. I'm not taking the fucking B res. It's causing whoever's getting smacked right now to get smacked. And I'm sitting here typing because I'm tilted instead of taking a B res, causing it's gonna cause a freaking wipe. And then he goes, "Oh, that's nice," because I was like, "Dude, I can take 3 orbs. Let me get the orbs." And then boom, cause wipe because I decided to type. And I should have just instantly res, ignored him, and moved on. But whatever. And then here comes the mage trying to defend me. He goes, "Why is it always the worst player that types?" At first, I think he's talking about me, and then he goes like, "DK, shut the hell up, my god." And then he does have a point. Don't kite beam into your allies. I kind of fucking threw it into him, but then again, like, I don't know. I don't trust him, so I go in there. And then he goes, "Don't invite tanks that don't know the dungeon at all." And I just go, "Oh, yeah." And then the mage, he's like, "Oh, he's a good tank. What do you mean?" And then this guy's tilted, "Oh, bro, the first pull was bad. How's the, like, I pulled, this is the normal pull. I'm not pulling the whole room on a bolster week." And here I'm just tilted. I don't want to type, or I want to type, but I don't want to type. I'm just mad that this timed key went so bad because Someone was tilted, they kept typing, and then I decided to type, and it's just, you guys gotta remember, no type and just play. No type and just freaking play. And there you see, I trusted my team to get orbs. He ate 3 of them because I decided to, you know what? He doesn't want, like, he doesn't want me to breath on him. Okay, I won't get the orbs. And guess what? I got hit by a bomb, but whatever. Guess what? Three went to him. They stood there. They didn't. They didn't get it. They didn't grab the orbs, and 3 of them hit him. And here, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll grab this one. I'll quickly go back to where I am. I'm grabbing this one, but I'm ignoring everything else. And then here, I'm tilted at the unrelenting Frostophalian. I'm just tilted. And then he's like, good job clearing the Thundering after bomb, bro. When there's 2 other people they could go clear on. But yet he wants me to go do everything and turn the boss towards him and do all this other stuff. And he's like, saved by priest on my defenses. There's literally 3 things you can clear on, so I don't understand why you can't clear on some other DPS and why you have to go to the tank or why the tank must go to you. Just little things. There I could have leg sweeped to cancel out the spinning. Could have leg sweeped again, but they were the DK stunned, and then I do immediate stun, which I should have saved for when another whirlwind came out because they're gonna die. You're gonna see here someone's gonna get wrecked. But at this point, I really don't care because I'm tilted. Boom, lunge, and they spin. The healer died. Which turns out they're friends because they're both from fucking Fire Tree, the god server filled with all the MDI players. And here I'm just trying to kite so I can get a little bit of the cooldown off so I can live. See, I got hit by like 20 million things. Here usually I just do the pathers, and then I pull them with the people at the door and just kill them. I thought I pulled the ones by the door, but I guess not. So we're just killing these ones. But usually I would do that, but I fucked it. Fuck the DK. He would have been perfectly timed too. Perfectly timed. But I decided to reply to someone that's tilted, which is never a good idea. There I got scared because my ring piece sent him towards those mobs. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly start bringing them over towards the boss. Which I should have just kept them right out there where they were because in a way we're timing it, but I always like trying to bring the mobs towards the next pack or towards the boss that I'm about to do. Just to save a little bit of time, but this right here could be dangerous because the doorway, they're sitting there and they're whirlwinding the doorway, so you could end up being trapped out there, but like right there, the DK was right next to the Warlock. Right next to the Warlock. And yet he ran into me. It's like, I don't understand it. There's 2 other people. And then ideally for this boss, when you get the little circle, you kind of want to drop it somewhere around here. And then you just keep on moving it out and out and out because you have this whole entire room. But you see, we kind of have like really, really bad bomb placements here. And it's you can just bait it if you just walk over to the left and stand on that side. See, there's like this bomb placement sucks. I'm trying to figure out, oh, where can I bring him that's a little bit safer and not so damaging, where there's a lot of room to dodge and kite. The DK had the little tornado. He ran over to me instead of being near all the ranged people to go and quickly clear. I'm tilted. I'm playing bad. I'm moving the boss in directions I don't know why I'm moving it, but there I'm just dropping this little orb way back over here. So one, they can be a little bit more contained. It'll be a little bit easier to dodge them. I see this giant open area over here, so I'm bringing the boss over there. Probably tilted the DK moving it, but whatever. Rastafarian died again. Watch him try to blame me. I forgot if he types or not. Yeah, that was about it. Um, After all this, you'll see this guy DK. You're fucking insufferable. Get out. After this, it just goes crazy. It's a giant fucking mess. Just they start spamming the chat, just being toxic. Well, thank you guys for watching.